Hello everyone, in this video I'm gonna show you my Greninja build. I've gone to Master Tier playing only Greninja jungle with an 81% win rate. Greninja is an attacker that excels in poking and assassination. His abilities allow him to engage and escape easily with a lot of cleanup potential as well. So Greninja has been really popular recently after the nerf to Cinderace, making him the best physical attacker in the game. Because Greninja can be played in the jungle, he can snowball much faster due to the extra experience, meaning you can unlock your level 7 power spike, getting your final evolution and surf ability at the same time. If you enjoy playing a carry that has a lot of burst damage, then Greninja is the Pokemon for you. So without further ado, let's get started with the build. First off, we have the Smokescreen. This ability is unlocked at level 5 and is your engage and escape tool. When this ability is used, gain stealth and your next basic attack will be enhanced so you can flank a team fight with and get many kills on low health targets. Plus, if an enemy steps into the Smokescreen, their vision will be limited, making it difficult for them to chase you. This ability is upgraded at level 13, giving you an increased attack and when you come out of stealth. Overall, this ability doesn't do any damage, but it offers immense utility, which is exactly what Greninja needs as an assassin. Next, we have Surf. This ability is unlocked at level 7 and it is your bread and butter damaging ability. Typically, you want to use this ability to finish a low health target as it will do more damage and reset the cooldown as you use it again. However, if the opportunity arises where there are multiple enemies stacked on each other, then you can simply use Surf to do the AoE damage and pop your Smokescreen to deny them vision for a massive engage play. This ability also heals and works on wild Pokemon, hence you can use it to simply clear your jungle and heal up at the same time. You can upgrade Surf at level 11, which increases the amount of HP restored. Overall, this ability is what makes Ninja so feared. You can single-handedly win a team fight and you can manage to get multiple Surf resets. Moving on, let's talk about the held items. First off, we have the Muscle Band. This will be your damaging item as it provides attack and attack speed as the base stats. Furthermore, it will do 3% of the opposing Pokemon's HP as bonus damage, so it's great for doing objectives like Dreadnought, Rotom, Zapdos, and killing the enemy tanks. You can also run the Scope Lens if you want to do more burst damage, but the Muscle Band is just more consistent as you don't have to rely on critical hits. Secondly, we have the Buddy Barrier. This is our best defensive item as it gives HP as the base stats. Additionally, it provides a 40% max HP shield to yourself and an ally when you use your Unite move. As long as your Unite move is available, you should not be able to die to flankers like Lucario, Zeraora, or Gengars. Overall, Buddy Barrier is just excellent no matter what on every Pokemon, so there's really no reason not to run it. Finally, we have our second defensive item, Focus Band. So some players will run another offensive item instead, but from my experience, Greninja has a lot of damage but heavily lacks survivability. That's why running another defensive option is better, because by staying alive, you will end up doing more damage over time. Plus the Focus Band just synergizes so well with the Buddy Barrier to give more healing. Alright, let's talk about our battle item now. The best option is undoubtedly the eject button. This item will be another escape option, but also can be used to chase and finish low health targets. In some fights, if their carries get low HP but nobody can finish off the kill, you can simply eject in and Surf to grab the kill and reset your Surf for follow-up damage. Overall, the eject button just offers too much versatility and playmaking, so it's the best option for many Pokemon, including Greninja. Now I'll be showcasing you an Ultra 4 Elo Greninja gameplay where I'll explain how to play the early, mid, and late game. Let's get started. Alright, so playing Greninja in the early game is pretty simple. You just get the substitute and just go over the wall and clear your first camp. Try to stick into melee range because you do more damage on your third auto against when you're in melee range. So this should get you level 3, unlock your bubble, and then just use bubble to clear down. So I'm gonna do a U-shaped clear so I can hit top to gank. Ganking top is much easier than ganking bottom early just because of all the brush. Here, try to use your melee auto whenever you can, at least once on the buffs, and then it should be easy clear. Alright, once you completely clear the jungle, you should be around level 5 and that will give you your first evolution and unlock Smokescreen. So here I'm gonna come top here to play for the bees. My goal is to just get the bees. I don't really care too much about the kills, just hope the enemy jungle is not here as well, so we don't have to fight for anything. I'm just gonna sit in this brush and just wait. The bee spawns at 850, so 5 more seconds. The Snorlax actually walked up a little bit too far here, so we actually got a lot of chunky damage on him, and he was punished pretty heavily here, and I think we end up getting the kill, and we secured the bees. Now my teammate wants to dive, so I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just dive with you guys since they don't have their tank. And grab a 24 score for the experience. We end up leaving here, there's really nothing to fight for, their jungler could potentially counter gank, but we saw him bot lane, their tank spawn, that's okay. So you don't want to hover around too long after your first gank, just because you don't really get too much for the kills. It's much better to just run down and clear all the crabs. Here I end up going for 3 crab clears so I can get level 8 very comfortably after my next rotation of the clear. Your buff spawns 1 minute every time you clear it, so you want to put it down on cooldown as much as possible, so every minute you can potentially get fresh buffs. Here I reach level 7, working towards level 8. This unlocks my surf, so I can clear the camps a lot easier now. Make sure to get the camps really low if you can, and then just surf into it because it will pretty much heal you, and it gets the reset so you can use it for the next camp. Here I'm gonna look for a gank bottom for the bees. The bees will spawn at 720. Here I see the bot lane actually overextended, so I'm just gonna go in, double surf for the damage, and Ninetale flash. I flash after her, kill, and then Wigglytuff decides to walk back into it, so we get the kill there as well. Here I look for a 30 score, but unfortunately their Greninja just one-tapped me and I would not be able to secure the score. But it's okay, I can get the beast here. I can surf into it and just get the multiple healing. Our goal here is to just fight for the beast. We don't really need too many kills. It doesn't really make sense to die for it. Here I have my ulti, so I'm just gonna pop my Unite move and then get the 1 surf reset. Unfortunately, I could not get the second one because the Wigglytuff did flash. Here I tried for 40, but I realized that it's not possible. And their team actually rotated down, so I killed the Greninja and just decided to kite it downwards. I'm very close to level 10 as well, so I'm just gonna try to farm this Audino for it. And I end up making a mistake in the next couple seconds against a mechanic that I should have known. Area C. So the Wigglytuff actually positioned herself where she can get multiple rollout, and silly me, I walked into it, I'm like, wow, okay, that just happened. But it's okay. Now I realize that the whole entire team enemy is there, so they're pretty much just gonna reset and keep resetting if we kill them. So I'm just gonna skip the Rotom and go straight for the skip the Dread, go straight for the Rotom. The reason I want to do this is because once the enemy takes the Dread, they will have the pressure to run up top and they get the Rotom as well due to their experience lead. So in order to prevent that, I need to stop the bleeding here and now, so everything goes back to neutral and my team can continue to farm. So taking this Rotom pretty much just stop all of the pressure from the enemy. As you can see at the end of the game, the enemy actually got the first Dread, but they weren't really able to do anything out of it. I'm just gonna clear the bees and go back into my jungle and grab the buffs. So right now I'm level 11, which is really good for the experience mark to be. I'm almost hitting level 12, and at level 13 I can finally upgrade my Smokescreen. So there you go, now everything is back to neutral. Like I said, even though the enemy got the first Dread, it doesn't really matter because now they can't snowball against us because the Rotom is off the map. Everyone can just go back to farming. So I'm level 12 now. I'm pretty sure I'm like 2 levels ahead of everybody in the game. And I have 47 points, so I'm gonna look for a score here. I realize that my team is all top lane, so there's a good chance that the enemy team will also counter push and go top as well. So I'm playing it really patient here. I see 2 top right now, so I'm like, okay, 3 top, 4 top, that's pretty guaranteed. I'm just gonna run in and just look for a score. I end up getting the 47 off here, which is pretty huge. Now I have really nothing to do, so I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just look for a flank top. I see that the enemy team is hard pressuring my laners into the goal, so this is a pretty easy flank for me. So you have no points, you don't really have to split push anything, just go for the fight. Yeah, I'm just here for the cleanup. My team actually got a lot of kills already. And the bees were the MVP because they actually secured the kill on these Cinderace for me. Really unfortunate for him. So I'm just gonna clear the bee here. Easy, get level 13, upgrade the Smokescreen. I realized that Dread will spawn. I'm level 13, practically 3 levels on their whole entire teammate. And I'm just gonna run down and try to secure the Dread. I do have my Unite move, so this fight should be pretty easy. I think here the Snorlax tried to zone us so their team can sneak it. So we're just gonna one-shot him, well not really one-shot, but we killed him pretty fast. And then we ran down here, I saw that we were doing it. Okay, I'm just gonna pop my Unite move for the damage, and I end up stealing it with the 500 attack crit, and we just clean up here pretty easily. Yeah, the Wigglytuff is gonna get away, and it's whatever, not a big deal. I see that the Rotom is still up, so I'm just gonna walk towards there. In walking towards there, I realized that I could sneak a score here, and I went for it, but unfortunately my prediction was wrong. They just bum rushed me. I'm like, okay, I'll just flash out. And then I somehow had the 200 IQ idea. I was like, okay, since they're not bottom, they must be top, and they're all top, and I just waited here for like a couple seconds just to make sure, because I want to be patient. I don't want to rush in too soon. If they stop me, then I waste all my score, and I was able to sneak another 38, which breaks the score and keeps us in a huge lead. And the bee was also spawned here as well, so end up getting the bees, which gives a lot of experience. So everything is working out pretty well for me. When you have points, you can just sneak scores as long as your team is providing the pressure for you. Just try to play away from your team, that's pretty much the deal. Here I see the Ninetales, so I'm like, okay, she's gonna pull the buff, that's fine, I'm just gonna steal it from her. I end up getting the Surf Reset on the buff and get the damage on her. And she flashes into me, pretty easy kill. And I see that they have 2 dead, 3 tops, so nobody can run down and stop me. So it's just like quick reaction, understanding when you can and can't score. So I end up sneaking so many scores this game. Alright, so Zapdos is going to spawn now, and I have my Unite move, which is great. So we can contest with Zapdos. I see that my team is actually fighting them, and this is a perfect opportunity for me to pop my Unite move, get multiple cleanup. I missed the Surf, but doesn't really matter. Cinderace has the Buddy Shield, but that's okay as well. Here I'm gonna go for another score on double time, so this 82 points. And the enemy end up surrendering because they just cannot handle the pressure. And they realize I've got too many scores for them to come back. Even if they still Zapdos, it's really difficult. As you can see, they have 0 points after getting the Dreadnought. So Dreadnought is not that important, right? There you go. That's the game. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up. Really appreciate it. I will continuously make guide like this. So stay tuned, and good luck in your games, guys. Thank you for watching.